Hey everyone, it's Professor Clark. In this lecture, we are going to learn how to use the prepositional case. So our first real new case. Exciting! I hope you're looking forward to this as much as I am. The prepositional case, as you might guess from its name, is always used with a preposition. All of the other cases can be used with or without a preposition, but for the prepositional case, you always have to have a preposition. It is also called the locative because it often indicates location. So this is the case we often use to indicate that you are in, at, or on something. And what we're going to talk about today is using it with the preposition v or vo to indicate location inside an enclosed or bordered space. So this is how we say in Russian. And we're going to use v plus prepositional to say that we are in rooms, buildings, cities, states, and countries. Each case has its own set of endings, and for the prepositional case, for nouns, the most common ending is yeah. So for most nouns, we're going to drop any vowels at the end of the noun and add yeah. If there is no vowel at the end of the noun, we just add yeah to the last consonant. So we would say, for example, Winston-Salem, but we wanted to say in Winston-Salem, we would say v Winston-Salemia. Note that hyphenated words, you only decline the last word. Or we could have the word Indiana, and we wanted to say in Indiana, we could say v Indiana. However, if you have a noun that ends in iya or iya, we're going to turn it into e. So Italy in Russian is Italia. If we wanted to say in Italy, we would say v Italii, Vitali. So that ya becomes e. If we have a foreign noun that ends in e, or u, we don't add any kind of an ending. It doesn't change. It stays the same. So in Mississippi is v Mississippi. In Tokyo is v Tokyo. And in Baku, which is a town in the Caucasus, we say v Baku. Let's say you wanted to say, I live in the city of Winston-Salem, or I live in the state of North Carolina. You can do that in Russian very easily. If you want to say in the city of, we would say v goroде, in the city, and then the nominative form of the city name. So v goroде Winston-Salem, in the city of Winston-Salem. You could also say v Winston-Salemia, in Winston-Salem. Either is fine. If you wanted to say in the state of, we use exactly the same construction. So v штате, Stadt is an American state. So we're going to add a "ye" to the ending, v штате, and then the nominative of the state name. North Carolina in Russian is Северная Каролина. So we could say v штате Северная Каролина, in the state of North Carolina. We could also say v Северной Каролине, in North Carolina. But notice what happens. Karolina becomes Karolinye, like we would expect, but Северная is an adjective, and adjectives have their own endings. They also have to decline, but they have their own endings. So for the moment, if you think that you don't want to deal with that, instead of saying в Северной Каролине, you could say в штате Северная Каролина and just put the state name in the nominative, and that will be easier. Finally, let's talk a little bit about when to use v versus when to use vo. And we use vo, ve-o. We're going to pronounce it va because it's never stressed, but it's spelled vo. And we will use vo with words that begin in ve or fa and then another consonant. So va Floridia, v Francii, В Владимире. В Владивостоке. And then we're going to use v, just the letter v, with all the other words. So, в Москве, в Петербурге, в Новгороде. So there you have the introduction to the prepositional case. Hopefully it made a reasonable amount of sense to you. Just remember, v plus prepositional means you are in a location. And you will see this all over the place. It's very, 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 very common, obviously. And so you should get used to it pretty quickly. And hopefully you're already used to it and you can start using it all the time as you speak and write Russian.